Hey everybody, so we are here at the USS Arizona Memorial / USS Missouri Memorial. So they're kind of one, but what we didn't know when we were scheduling today for this adventure / vlog was that this year is actually the 80th anniversary of the Pearl Harbor bombing.
Yes. So we're gonna check out, like what Taylor said, the USS Arizona, which you do need tickets for. It is free, but I think you can get tickets here as well, but the time slots may not be what you want. And then we're also going to check out some of the other exhibits and things in the actual park memorial. I'm not sure if what they call it. Get our sticker for our
Passport book.
Brought it with us, planned ahead. And the stamp. And then I think we're gonna see if we can go to the USS Missouri.
Yeah, so I believe how they're connected, we still have to figure this out for sure, is you go across the Fort Island. We don't know how yet. We don't know if we drive in our car or how we get it, so you're gonna have to stay tuned for that piece.
Alright guys, let's go on and head in. Aloha and good morning. This is Shayla Kabbalah reporting live from the Pearl Harbor National Memorial, and we are here today to check out the USS Arizona as well as whatever else attractions they have here. Back to you, Taylor, in the studio. Arizona Memorial. Sorry, the sprinklers just went on. But in order to get on there, there's either a standby area where you don't get tickets beforehand. But if you want to get tickets beforehand, I'd definitely go that route. You just go online. I believe it is npr.gov/ whatever it is. We'll link it down below where to get the tickets, and it's only a $1 service fee for each ticket you get. So it was $2 for us.
And then in terms of the bag size, so they're pretty strict here in terms of what you can bring. So just expect to bring pretty much nothing besides your wallet, your phone, and then you can bring a camera, but can only be the camera, can't be a bag or anything. You can also bring a tripod, and it also can't be in a bag. About the biggest thing that you can bring that's bag or really wallet is really what it is about like a 3 by 7 inch wallet is the biggest they'll allow. So just keep that in mind when you're coming, because if you walk to the front, because it is a federal park, that there are park rangers that will kind of tell you, hey, you got to go put that in your car, or you got to go check it in. I think they have like a bag storage, but again, that's probably for a fee. We don't know how much, but if we do figure out, we'll link it in the description below as well.
So once you get into the park, you will turn to your left and go straight down, and there will be you like a little area. They'll tell you, I think 10 minutes before your actual scheduled time. That's the other thing. It's only in 15-minute increments. You have 15 minutes at the actual memorial. But yeah, and there's usually a movie. I think he said like a 23-minute movie that usually you watch beforehand. But I guess because of COVID restrictions, they are not doing that at this time. But I think you can view it in another auditorium or like area, is what he said.
Yeah, I think they have in like an outside area. Once we walk around, we'll insert a clip of it or a roll of it, kind of where they show it at. But yeah, you can still view it. I think it's just in a different location.
Right.
Speaking of the Arizona Memorial, so behind us there's a little white speck you can see. It's right out there. That white, very
rectangular looking.
Rectangular with a curve, I guess. Don't really know what shape it classifies as between a few, but so you get on a boat, you actually go out there. You might be seeing the one actually heading towards us right now is the kind of boat you get on. It's a very short ride. When you get out there, you can walk kind of up a ramp and it takes you around to the memorial, and actually the floating thing that you're on is actually above the USS Arizona, and they have a couple cool graphics showing you kind of like what features of the boat you can see, because they're kind of like perpendicular. So as you can see, it's kind of facing this way, so the Arizona's underneath you that way. It kind of points out a few different of like the gun turrets that you can see above water, and that the fact that it's still leaking oil, and you kind of see where the oil is leaking off. If you're walking into the building above the USS Arizona, the memorial site, and they also in the very back they have a list of all the people that died in the incident on the USS Arizona, and they also have the other survivors that made it off, but then, you know, later when they passed away, they have them all kind of buried there together.
And we didn't really want to film on the actual memorial just out of respect, but like Taylor said, there's a lot of things to see, and they give you 15 minutes, which I think is ample enough time to do everything. Maybe not take as many pictures or whatnot, but I still think it was enough time to view the whole thing.
You can film, take pictures, but typically it's, you know, pretty quiet. Not a lot of people are, you know, shouting, talking, and I guess it's more of, again, that kind of funeral type feel because it is a burial site.
But yeah, like Taylor said, we'll be exploring the park a little more. We'll show you what we go to. I think you can actually go on this like little, it's not a submarine, I don't know what it is. It's not an aircraft carrier. What is it? It's a boat. We'll go on it. We have our map, we have our thing, so hopefully this audio is okay.
Yeah, again, that's the boat. Kind of good timing. That's actually the boat again that you'd go on effectively out to the memorial and back. So if you want to know, that's what it looks like. A lot of seating, plenty of seating. Nice little ride out there. We're gonna go check out the rest of the park now.
Let's do it. Through the two exhibits that they have here. One is the Road to War, and the second one is just called Attack. And they're both next to each other, so you can go into one and then go into the other. And then Taylor's going to talk about kind of what goes on inside the exhibits, or what's in the exhibits.
Yeah, so the two, as she said, are the Road to War and then the Attack. So the Road to War really just is the events leading up until the bombing on December 7th, 1941. So it's all the international events, specifically with like Japan and the US. It kind of tells a story from both sides as to like what built up to it. So like kind of what Japan's doing, up until they decided to attack the U.S. as well as like the U.S. and then trying to really kind of stay out of World War II and really viewing it as like Europe's war and kind of just staying in our like hemisphere. So our part of the hemisphere, I think is what it said. I could have that wrong, but either way, really just trying to stay out of the war. So the road to the war kind of covers again, like I said, the events and the turmoil and tensions leading up. The attack really just covers all the different like, perspectives and accounts from everybody that was either there on that day, a civilian, in the military, and like what they recall, as well as like post-attack, like what they had to do. So everybody, you know, kids were working at like canneries or on pineapple farms, you know, collecting different components, scraps. I mean, they had like everybody involved just trying to help with not only the salvage efforts, but also, you know, just, I guess, staying ready in case there was another attack that was going to take place.
Yeah. Overall, I thought it was a pretty cool exhibit. This is new. I visited back probably in elementary school, so like a lot of this is redone, and the exhibits are new, like I said. And there's also some interactive things, so kids or adults. I did some of the interactive things. But yeah, I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I think they do a good job too. So it's not only like 2D, you know, just word and graphics information. They have a lot of cool like 3D models they've created, not only of like Hawaii, and they kind of show you not only like Japan's plan of attack and how they started from north, kind of went south from there and attacked the airfields first and all that. So really just cool like mixing of ways to display the same information. So that way you get, I guess, a better understanding overall of like what happened instead of just seeing like a single picture and a blurb about what happened. They have a lot of different ways to communicate the same information.
So overall, I think it was a good exhibit.
Yeah, I think it's a good exhibit. We're gonna head over now because we have our book. Not that book.
Oh.
We have our passport book, right? So I don't know if you guys watched the last video, but in the last video we were on the Big Island for kind of like a mini honeymoon type thing. So we just got married a little bit before that. And we bought this passport book at Hawaii Volcanoes National Park, and just so happens that Pearl Harbor or USS Arizona Memorial really is a federal park.
I think it's a National Memorial Park.
National Memorial Park, but either way, it's one of the stamps in our book. So we're gonna head over to the gift shop and try to find that stamp.
And I think there might be one more thing that we can do is the USS Bowfin that we can go check out. And I think you can actually walk on. So
yeah,
we'll see if we can do that, or at least get a shot of it.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Harder?
So we went ahead and walked over to the USS Bowfin. So we ended up figuring out when we got over here that there's actually a submarine museum to the right when you walk up, and that's actually how you get onto the Bowfin. So to get onto the Bowfin, you actually have to pay for an entrance to the museum. So it costs, there's 4 different prices. So for adults, it's $22 if you're just, you know, visiting and not affiliated with the military. It's $17 if you're Kama'aina, which
is locals.
Yep, thank you. And then if you're military, you get that same rate at $17. And it breaks down to kids. So kids are $13 again if you're traveling and not affiliated with the military. If the kid's Kama'aina, so local, or they have a parent in the military, they get discounted down to $9.
And I believe we haven't gone in. I don't think we're gonna pay to see the exhibits, but this is also newer, and I'm sure they have a nice little exhibit inside. And I think there's actually like a little restaurant cafe thing that you can go and sit and eat at. But yeah, we're gonna see if we can get on this shuttle to Ford Island.
Yeah, so we just walked up and saw a bus that hence the shuttle. That I guess takes you over to Ford Island. I don't know what it shows you. It might get us on the USS Missouri, which is out of frame, but it's right kind of near the Arizona. Why
USS Missouri, not Missouri.
Okay. Either way, we're gonna see if we can get on that shuttle.
For free.
For free. Let's go.
Alright guys, so we are on the shuttle to see the USS Missouri, as well as, I think it was like the Pearl Harbor Aviation Museum, and we did confirm it is free. And we also, you need to show either like a vaccine card, your vaccine card, or a negative COVID test, as well to get on the shuttle and to go there. But this bus is pretty nice. It has AC. It has a bathroom in the back. There's a bathroom. But
Yeah, it's a pretty nice bus overall. Like I said, great part is it's free. It takes you to another area that's not necessarily just around the USS Arizona Memorial. You get to go see the USS Missouri and then some of Ford Island as well. So we're gonna go check it out. Okay, so we just got to the USS Missouri, or at least where you can go on to the USS Missouri, and ended up figuring out that it does cost. It said it was
$34.99 for adults and
1 second.
$17.49 for kids.
Yeah, so we decided that we were not going to go on, but you can still see a good amount of it from the pier side. And there's some other infographics to check out and a different view of the USS Arizona. So we just kind of walked around the pier.
Got a Dole Whip.
Got a Dole Whip. But other than that, I think that pretty much concludes this adventure to the USS Arizona / USS Missouri memorials / museums.
But yeah, thank you guys for joining us on this adventure. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what your favorite part of the whole thing was, what you want to see more of. But yeah, like I said, thanks for joining. See you next time.
See ya.